We are hopeful that it does not impact us in a very negative way. We are hopeful that we retain the businesses, financial services businesses that we have here in the Bahamas. One of the things that we don't fully appreciate is the value of our financial services industry. Hotel industry, for example, the average income outside of financial services in the Bahamas, the average income is $24,000 a year.
Okay.
In financial services, the average income is $48,000. With that $48,000, the average person in the financial services supports the gardeners, the maids, all the renovations, whatever around a domestic home.
Yes.
And so the importance of the financial services person is never really appreciated here in the Bahamas. And if that is eliminated, can you imagine the direct and indirect impact on this economy? For example, I mean, the average computer store thrives off the financial services industry. The average photocopy store thrives off the financial services industry. So if financial services have to be reshaped and re-engineered in a negative way, it's not only those who work in the industry, but by example, it will be a domino, as the example cited, there'll be a domino impact negatively throughout the Bahamas.
Wow. Give him some love, please. Give him some love. One final question for you before we go to another break.
Yes.
And, this one I'd just like to ask you. Do you have any political ambitions?
I was going to say absolutely not right away, but I don't want to offend. So I'll say it very slowly. I have no political ambitions. Spence, sometimes we have to be aware of some of the issues. You cannot live in a world and be apolitical.
Right.
But as I've said to politicians who have approached me, somebody's got to be a good politician and somebody's got to want to represent the Bahamians. But also in this country, somebody's got to be a good doctor, a good lawyer, a good accountant, etc., etc. A good painter, carpenter, etc., etc. We can't continue to take top talent in this country and put it in the political arena. I am not knocking that.
Right.
We need good leaders,
Yes.
but we need good leaders across the board in every industry in this
Give
country.
a man some love. We'll take a pause for the cause on that one.
This is the most magnificent life has ever been. Here is heaven and earth and the brilliant sky in between. Blessed is this life, and I'm gonna celebrate being alive. Blessed is this life, and I'm gonna celebrate being alive.
There could be up to $50,000 just waiting for you in your 2009 BTC telephone directory. Win plasma TVs, washers and dryers, computers, airplane tickets, Blackberries, $500 gift certificates, and every week someone will win Go Yellow phone cards. The rules and entry forms are right in your 2009 telephone directory, or go online to www.bahamasYpages.com. So open up your 2009 telephone directory today. You could be a big winner in the BTC Directory Yellow Pages $50,000 prize giveaway.
Thank you, Mr. Gomez, for which you have enlightened us quite a bit here as you here with Master Spence.
Yes, thank you.
What I have a concern when we look at the atmosphere now, that is the graduating atmosphere, high school students. We'll have a number of them coming out of school very shortly. What advice would you give to them now, in particular the ones who are seeking employment? What advice would you give to them, given the current economic market?
Yeah. They've got a challenge. Historically, the numbers coming out of university have always been a challenge for the Bahamas. But they come out of university now at a time when there are fewer jobs, far fewer jobs. And for the next year, maybe more, maybe less, things will be challenging. If somebody says in a year it's going to be better, nobody knows that. If it's 6 months, nobody knows. So with respect to the students, and certainly before the next set of students come out in 2010, they have to find a way to make themselves special, make themselves marketable, make themselves appealing to a prospective employer. If that is not happening and does not happen for them, they've got to go on to the next level of education. We have to get past this issue that education is tertiary in the sense of university. Perhaps the opportunities in this country are to be found in the trades, whether it's good carpentry, good plumbing. Everybody lives in a house and plumbing will go badly. Find a way to make yourself special. It's amazing that we conduct ourselves in a way in this country that we always believe doctor, lawyer, well, they don't include accountants in those numbers, eh? But doctor, lawyer, etc. And so we think of necktie, white gowns, etc. But developed countries always focus on the broader spectrum. And the broader spectrum includes carpenters, mechanics, etc., all that make the world go round. So the students coming out of university now have to look at those opportunities, separate themselves from the pack, and try to turn those things into successful businesses.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it very much.
Give the man some love.
Thank you, Dr. Seth.
For our guest speaker, Mr. Gomez, with the advent of this new tax regime coming out of the U.S. That's going to put a threat on our economy, financial services being our number one industry, how prepared are we to combat that, the problem with with that, and how do you see us going forward in terms of strengthening our position?
I think it's a very good question. I'm not sure I fully understand the answer to that. But we have to equip ourselves once again. The pressure coming out of the U.S., not necessarily the U.S., the G20, which is 20 industrial countries in the world, they have lost a tremendous, according to them, they have lost a tremendous amount of money from income taxes in their various jurisdictions. And they are putting the pressure on everybody. The question is, whatever they're looking for, is it here? I don't know. But we're going to have to change. When we change, are we going to equip ourselves and be ready for the change? I don't know what we have to do because we're still not sure what the impact will be. We are going to have to look at legislation here in the Bahamas and look at our policies to make sure we are in accordance with what the G20 expects. I'm not sure how it will impact us at the end of the day, but that sector, financial services sector, is extremely important and vital to our business society. So we're going to have to find a way, and that is currently being developed. I wish I could quantify it for you right now as to what we'll be doing and the impact on our economy if we did or did not do it. But it's up in the air, but I'll tell you this, it's not a good feeling, and we have to be aware and ready for whatever comes.
Give him some love for me, please. Mr. Gomez, I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be with us on Dare to Be Great. Thank you for a great presentation.
It's a pleasure, Spencer, to have been a part, and I look forward to returning one day soon.
Thank you very much. Give the man some more love. Craig Tilly Gomez, managing partner of Baker Tilly Gomez.
If you would like to advertise on this dynamic show, please call one of our advertising sales consultants, 242-393-3404.